Hey, Big V here. We're talking teams, and today we're going to talk about why people do teams. And the answer is life balance. How do we get and improve our work-life balance? The first thing you have to know is we all want it, but nobody knows how to actually achieve it. We work so hard for our families, but we do it at the expense of the people we're working so hard for. And so how do you really create work-life balance? I want to talk about what that means. We're going to give you at the end of this video a couple of resources that will not only help you with your work-life balance, but it'll also give you a roadmap on how to be intentional. See, every business, every life is either accidentally created or it's intentionally created. And with the right intention, you can have it all. And what I mean by you can have it all, I mean you can have a great family life. You can have good relationships with friends you care about. You can have unbelievable relationship with your faith or whatever you do to celebrate or to worship. You can have good relationship and you can have great fun in your life doing things you really enjoy. You can have strong finances and you can be well fit. Family, faith, friends, fun, and fitness all have a massive impact on your finances. The problem is that, as most team leaders do, is they focus on finances at the expense of one of the other five. My challenge to each of you is to figure out and decide which are your non-negotiables. Are you willing to not have a good relationship with your family, your faith, or your friends? Are you willing to give up fun or fitness? If the answer is no, then you have to be strategic about how you go after it. So work-life balance is so critical for so many reasons. If you have balance in these other areas of life when you're at work, it allows you to be laser focused on dollar productive activities so that when you're at home, you don't have to be thinking about work. The idea is that you don't combine the two, otherwise you'll stay married to neither. You want to have focused time with whatever that priority is in that moment. You need to be present. So here's why we have work-life balance. Number one is for health and well-being. It's consistent stress and work overload causes us to perform at a lower level. A balanced lifestyle allows you to take care of your health and feel better about when you are working. You have more energy. We have increased productivity when you are laser focused and not distracted by the other things. Increased productivity means increased profitability. When you're able to be focused and you're able to be present in your work relationships, that means when you're in your personal home or you're in your personal relationships with your family or friends, you're able to be focused and be present when you're there. And that creates improved relationships in every area of your life. Do you want to have a better relationship with your partner, your spouse, or your children? Then you need to learn how to be focused and present and put your phone down and not be answering and dealing with work things in those moments. Having great life balance, here's what we've learned in having all these employees work for us, is that when they have balance in their lives, they're happier at work. They have greater job satisfaction when they're able to go home and turn off work. And personal fulfillment. When you get to pursue your hobbies and things you love, like mountain biking or playing pickleball or doing things that are just fun for you, it allows you to work knowing that you're going to have that reward coming up. So why do people struggle so much? I think it's because they focus and they think they just need better time management. Well, let me tell you something. There's no such thing as time management. Time management is a myth. You can't speed up or slow down or manage time. So why do we talk about it? There's only me management. The acronym for time is that is my excuse. It's your excuse for not having good me management. And so I want you to think about focusing on how you change your behavior utilizing that finite resource we call time. So let's talk about how we do it at work. I want you to use what's called the My Perfect Week Scheduler. That's a free download that I'm going to make available right here at the end of this video. And in the My Perfect Week Scheduler, you're going to see that you have the ability to put in time blocks in 30-minute increments, all the things you're going to focus on if this week were to be a perfect week. So if you had to design your perfect week in advance, what would it look like? When would you have date night? When would you go with your kids and have a family gathering or a family night? When would you go to your kids' ball games or practices? What are the things that mean more to you? When do you work out? When are you going to focus on dollar productive activities or money-making activities? Things like prospecting and going on listing appointments or working with buyers. You see, when you intentionally put those into your My Perfect Week Scheduler, and then I'm going to give you another tool called the Daily Success Habits Tracker, where you track exactly what you do in 30-minute increments. What happens when you use those together is you start to see were my actual activities consistent with what I planned. And if they aren't, it's okay. You don't beat yourself up. All you do is simply make course course corrections in the process. And so the 12 critical steps to time and life mastery are as follows. Number 1, realize time management is a myth. There's no such thing as time management. Number 2 is you need to maximize your environment. You've heard it said out of sight, out of mind. Well, the opposite of that is also true. If it's in sight, it's in mind. Clean your desk, because we spend hours a day being distracted or focusing on things that are in our view that don't really matter or move us closer to our goals. Number 3, using your My Perfect Week and Daily Success Habits Tracker, build your priority plan and execute ruthlessly. Number 4 is different. It's do the right thing. Instead of just doing things right or being perfect, I just want you to do the right things. It's more important that you make prospecting calls than you make perfect prospecting calls. Number 5 is you got to eliminate the people and the things in your life that are time suckers. I say it's called taming the time thieves, and we got to get rid of them. Number 6 is use your CRM. Whenever you have a touch with someone, always schedule the next activity. What happens is people stop falling through the cracks and more opportunities will present themselves. Use your to-do list and actually get up in the morning and decide what's going to be done and knock the hard things out first. Brian Tracy calls that eat the frog. Number 9 is use email and texting for effective communication. Find out what your client's preferred method of communication is and then just use it. You can get so much more done when you don't have to engage in lengthy conversations with people who are oftentimes your time thieves. Number 10 is find people who are doing it better than you and observe them. Watch what they do. Emulate what they're doing. Observe and emulate. Number 10, reward yourself. When you do the right things and you focus on your dollar productive activities at the end of the week, give yourself a mani-pedi. Go out and get the massage. Go have a ski day, a personal day. Do something to reward yourself so that it encourages that life balance and your ability to be focused going back. The goal of time and life balance is to have small incremental improvements in every area of your business and your life each day, not one or the other. That principle is simply called the Kaizen principle. So can you manage your time effectively? The answer is yes. Can you do it better if you have the right tools and systems? The answer is absolutely. So here's my challenge to each of you. Download right now, here at the bottom of the video, the My Perfect Week Scheduler, and click on the Instructions tab. It teaches you how to use it. Plan out your week perfectly, and for the next 6 weeks, I want you to track what you do in 30-minute increments in your Daily Success Habits Tracker and your My Perfect Week Scheduler. Combine them, and then start making course corrections. You're just days away from having a more intentional life with greater life balance. Are you ready to have it all? My Perfect Week and Daily Success Habits Tracker are the tools that will catapult your success to time and life mastery.